Hey everyone, it's George and I'm on my own for this video for a change, and we're going to play some BeamNG or BeamNG Drive, and it's basically a soft body physics game where you can crash cars and stuff, and the crashes are a lot more realistic than other games are. Let's say that. These are who it's made by. Not many people there. It's made on the Torque 3D engine, and we're gonna play. And there is an option to spawn different amount of cars in, which we're not gonna do this video because it lugs out on fraps and stuff. But I will make it for the next video. This is just a straight up. There's 7 different maps, and this one is not one that comes with the game. This is a custom one which someone made and put on the forums. To get this game, you can pay £10 or like I don't know how many dollars, like around 15 probably. This map is also not with the game, and neither is this map. But once you buy the game, you have access to the BeamNG Drive, actual BeamNG Drive forums. You have the access to the normal forums, and then when you buy the game, the actual forums, and then you can download custom things like this on there. But today I'm going to start off with going to just the general grid map, the testing map, and show you some things. I'm using a PS3 controller, which I hooked up pretty easily with DS3 tool, which is very easy to do with this game. You just like have to emulate Xbox 360, and the graphics are set on high, but it's quite a graphically demanding game. Not graphically, but like processing wise, it's quite demanding because of the physics. So make sure you have a decent computer. I'll put my my PC specs in the description, because I think you can see my FPS in the top corner. It's currently at 60. It dropped to like 40 then, so you know. And in here you press Control E, you get this little thing, and in this little thing you get different cars. This one doesn't come with the game. Everything else does. As like I said, you can spawn multiple cars, so you can spawn barriers and stuff, and then spawn in a different car. This car was recently added for free in an update, so we'll play as this, I guess. It's what's it called? Brockwell Moonhawk even. So let's play as this. I'll show you me crashing first. How about that? I think the game sounds pretty low. I can change that in the next video if you want, but all it is, if you've ever played a game called Rigs of Rods, it's the same developers as that, and they use the same sounds, so they haven't updated the sounds yet. As you can see, the crashes are pretty decent. I mean, it's not the car, kind of, sometimes the car panels kind of look like jelly, but other than that, it's just fantastic. And they've had loads of updates on the game since I bought it, and look at that, Jesus. You can zoom in and out of crashes. It's quite free, and some people say this is bad, but you can no clip through the floor. I think it's good, so you can see the underside of the car, and the chassis bends, everything bends. As you can see, you got some issue here, but they update as much as they can. Of course, they can't get it perfectly realistic because that's just ridiculous. But everything else, I mean, it's snapped. Track. I drive a go-kart, so I'm going to call that a track rod. But moving on, the engine still runs though, as you can see. Handbrake it. You can do different views. So this is the in-car view, and that's the handbrake. You can see the handbrake light coming on there, and the handbrake moving as well. And this is kind of bugged out, and we can reset the car, and we can reset it in place as well. So we can like if it's crashed and we want to stay there, say if we're on like an island map, you've crashed and you want to carry on your journey, you just reset it in place and it resets right there, nice and new. I think there is a flip button now, so if your car gets flipped and it's still drivable, you can actually flip the car back over. I'm not sure what it is though. I think it's like not F9, F8 or something maybe, but I'm not going to try that because I don't want to hit anything else. Because oh damn, that's pretty. I love this game, but there's other things like this. You get all. It's like a sandbox game, so far you get all the mechanics. Those are all the bits that seem to come off my car. I don't know what's over there. It's a bit nice. And then you get loads of other stuff, collisions, debug modes, all of this. It's quite interesting. And I think my car's completely broken, but unlike Rigs of Rods, if you've ever played that, normally if your bumper falls off, it kind of just stays on like invisible string. Here things won't do that. It's a lot more It's a lot better than it used to be. We've got all these debug modes, everything. It's really good. It's only, like I said, only £10. I should just get it. I love this game if you're into stuff like this. But we're going to reset the car in place with Control R. You can press F1 to get up these menus. Advanced, and let's press it again to get it off. Let's go for a different car right now. Let's go with the DLC. Oh. Okay. DLC car. I'm not sure if it's been updated on the forums yet, but I had to change a few things in the code to get this roof to work. But this roof actually does go up and down. I actually forgot what button that was to do that. Oh dear. What the fuck? What did I press? There we go. See, I just don't know what the button is for the roof. But the car doesn't seem to want to move anymore. Next car then. Let's go with the Grand Marshal. You might recognise. Okay, let's go on a different map, because that's kind of bugged out. I pressed a button I shouldn't have. Let's go on industrial site. This has like a track on it as well, which you can do. This is quite fun. The game is pretty simple. They're going to add new sounds, new cars, new maps, different things you can do on LAN, not online, which is going to be great. It'd be nice that if they ever added multiplayer, that'd be really cool. But as far as I know, they're not intending on doing so. And normally this just loads in, but right now doesn't seem to want to. Okay, sorry if you hear Skype in the background. We'll go on Small Island, USA. Didn't know USA had islands except for Hawaii, but you know. Moving on. Just loading everything in. It's there's one thing which the only thing I want them to fix. Yeah, this game's bugged. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. That was just a thing. I had to restart the game. Didn't want to wait, so yeah, they're gonna add all that stuff. What else? There we go. Okay. So we were gonna use the Garvril Grand Marshal. Let's go for that. Look at this, boom. Yeah, well, as I was saying, the only thing I want them to fix is that the game's running smooth and I see that little bit of lag. It's when it's rendering a new part of the map. I want them to try and make that smoother so it all renders as you go. So if I'm going now, yeah, the map's rendered and so on, and I'll hit a spot in a minute where, say, textures on trees aren't loaded properly in this area, and it doesn't seem to be doing it. That's great. It's actually fixed itself. But if it ever happens again, you'll notice in the video, and that would suck, because that's the only thing I want them to fix. Let's crash it. That's the whole point we're here for. Oh, that's so good. That's just so good. Right, let's like try and flip it or something over this hill. This will do. This will do something. Oh, that was horrible. Flipped it though. Not much damage. Stop doing that, camera. Still drives though. The ocean, it never used to do this, but now if you go in the ocean too much, it will just kill your car. A warning light will come on the dashboard of the car in here, and it'll say it's broken. Phil is going to be getting this game, and one day we will do a video together when LAN comes out, so that'll be good, but that'll just be a thing you have to wait for, because don't know what update it's going to come out on, but they're consistently working on it. And if some of you have ever seen it, this is that game where people said, oh, that's GTA 5 next physics, fuck off. Not really. Yeah. See that, there's water under the map. Now the Ibishu Covet, this is like a kind of compact 4-wheel drive car, which I love because it's 4-wheel drive. And it just goes anywhere. Look at this. It's pace. It's got pace. It's got pace. Let's keep going and see when I crash. I see how good I am at driving. See how good I am at driving. because it's not particularly easy to drive on this game. This is why I connect a controller to all my racing games, but this one specifically is quite horrible to drive on. It's a lot more, I was gonna say realistic. It's probably not that realistic. I've never driven before. I have, but not on a public road. And it's kind of like it, but not really. It's still difficult as hell. I'm consistently having to move the analog stick to try and get it straight. Right, okay, there you go, sorted. That's a corner, handbrake, handbrake, handbrake. That's a tree. Still goes though. This car I've noticed kind of like dies pretty quickly. If you hit something hard enough, it will just stop running. The door's hanging off. One thing I have noticed since the last time I've been on this game, I go on this game every now and then for fun. And because it updates basically every time I come on, they've actually made the mirrors now. They used to be just kind of a mirror and you couldn't see out of it. It's kind of like an opaque mirror, but it's still a mirror. That works for me. I can still see behind it. See, these trees aren't rendered, but it seems to be rendering nicely now. See, this map is very nice for rendering. I like the colours as well, all autumny. Not even autumny, it's just the colours kind of represent USA, I guess. That's what I feel like anyway. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something. I was going to refer to a game, but I completely forgot. Forget it. Just fucking forget it. Expect more Dead Island and what is it? Dead Island and possibly Minecraft in the near future. Well, Dead Island will be out every day, except possibly you might miss an episode for the weekend because I'm away. I can leave my PC running and update. I will upload 2, which I might do. It's just still possibilities at this point, and that's a rock. That's a crash. That's a nice crash. I'm not sure whether to bother to edit montages in this game yet. I really probably wouldn't be bothered. I like doing videos as this and not having the effort. We have Civetta Bollard. This is like a sport car. I'd say it's like a old type Ferrari or an old Lamborghini. I forgot what the Lamborghini's called. It's an old Lamborghini, and they've apparently improved it, which they actually have. But the driving this is the most difficult car to drive ever. It just doesn't go in a straight line at all. I mean, anywhere you try and go, it will just go the other way. I mean, right now I'm just accelerating forward, and basically it's turning itself. Oh, I'm twitching the wheel. Now it's just gone. It's just gone. This island is basically just an island. So let's check out the industrial site, which has like 3 racetracks and an industrial site. The map's not very big though. You kind of just like drive off the edge of it. A few things they might want to alter. This map's pretty big, but we're not going to go into that. That's pretty built up, you know. Built up, you know what I mean. It's got a lot of stuff in it. And recording wise, it's probably not the best idea. You can run this game pretty well. Before I updated my graphics card, I ran this game at like really low. The game looks ugly as fuck, and you can't really see this menu. It goes off the screen. So I would suggest having a decent computer before buying this game, and I would suggest getting the tech demo before you get this game, because it gives you an kind of an idea on what it's going to be like, which is free. But the thing is, with the tech demo, you get the first map I went on, the grid map. You get that map and this truck, and that's the only things you get because it's obviously a demo. And besides from it gives you an idea. If you go into the areas that they have pre-made areas for, I don't know what this purple thing is, but they have pre-made areas for things like trees in the grid map, which you see in the picture. And that's just, you know, you go there and you get a good look on what it's like. Like I said, I'll put my specs in the description, so you can see I run the game at high and I get 50 to 60 FPS or 40 to 60 FPS. So that's a guideline, I guess. I'd also put, I'm going to say the lowest recommended settings. I'm going to say a quad-core processor is probably decent. I'd get one of them if you haven't got one. What's this? Terrible? Oh, hang on. I haven't seen all these yet. 16 manual, V8 automatic, V8 special. What's the V8 special? It's missing its bumpers. Is that it? It misses its bumpers. So we have no longer got the 5 mile an hour. They advertise as the 5 mile an hour damageable bumpers. What's missing here, And that's a brick wall. Yep. You get stuck in places like that. What else have we got in this car? It's got the Terrible. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's pretty beastly. Oh, that's cool. Now that is cool. I like that. That's pretty. That's like a demolition derby car. That's what they're doing. They're adding all these demolition derby things in, which will actually be a thing. Because on a game like this, you just need demolition derby. That's the one thing you need with friends. Just doing that. There is another thing which I will attempt to do in my second video for this, which I will do, is that once you spawn in new cars, you have to have the game in windowed mode, so you have to be able to have like the X in the top corner and such, not in full screen. And you can open the world editor. You can edit, you can make your own worlds and such. Like that's why there's different mods out. And what you can do is spawn in different cars. Once you spawn in a different car, you can switch between that car and say your first car. But you can also turn on AI. You can turn on AI chase and AI it's not hunt, but chase and flee. That's it. And what it basically is, this is looking nasty. Oh, what is? Oh, they're trying to fix these black extrudes coming out of this car. That's kind of a problem. And what it does on AA chase, the second car would come and chase you and try and hit your car. And on run flee, then it's simply just it'll try and get away from your car. What I like to do, it's quite fun, is say get a van and a general car, and then you turn off. You can open this menu if I can remember what it is. Yeah, this menu, and oh god, this menu, and you can go through every single thing on the car. And I like to take off the steering on the van and then like try and just hit the van and spin it. It's pretty fun. Don't know why I'd want to do that. Now I'm in a tree, but the engine, if it still does the engine, yeah, here. Oh, supercharged. Let's go with that. Is it better? Doesn't seem that better. Unless I need to do that. That's the engine and load.